Welcome to Indian Union News. Our guest today is Gunjan Kuthiala. She is a producer, writer, and creative director of a new Bollywood film called NRI Wives. This is the first movie, Bollywood feature film, shot here in the United States and especially in New Hampshire. She is the person behind this movie. She was able to get actors and actresses from Bombay, from India, come here to New Hampshire and across the US. And the theme of the story is also very interesting. It talks about the boredom, excitement, desires of NRI wives in the United States. So she is going to guide us through or lead us through the journey of the theme of the movie. And it's a very exciting that this film is produced here locally. And her dream is to make this part of the world NRI Bollywood studio center, something along that line.
That's right.
So Gunjan, welcome to our show.
Pleasure.
And thank you so much for your time coming all the way from
It's
here.
entirely my pleasure and honor, sir.
Sure.
Before we start, if I may add for our audience, this film is not just my baby. It's a baby of a lot of people, a lot of angels who have contributed towards the making of this project, because obviously I was not originally from film industry. मेरे crazy dream को बहुत सारे मेरे local community members as well, सबने मुझे encourage किया और उन्होंने साथ दिया, जिनकी वजह से ये film बन पाई. तो it's not, so I'm not the one behind it. It's a lot of people who trusted and who supported.
Excellent.
So, thank you.
So now I did watch the trailer.
Ji.
And I must say I was very impressed.
Appreciate
And more than being impressed, I was very intrigued
Thank you.
by the theme.
Ji.
So it seems like the movie is based on more or less real life stories.
Ji.
And there are about several stories in this movie.
Ji. 4.
The 4.
Ji.
So you tell us as a writer and producer that what is the main message? What is the main story? What is the theme of the movie?
How good people can show grey shades too in odd life circumstances. So I always say that these are not aliens. Sometimes, people who show grey shades of life, they're not aliens. These are people living here amongst us who end up showing in our relationship scenarios. I mean, हमारे NRIs, amongst our NRIs, we have so many stories to tell. We have our own roller coasters. It's NRI community is not just a glam community, glam life that a lot of films have portrayed. So I wanted to show real life of NRIs somehow, and that's why our company name is NRI Life Productions. We want to show real life inspired NRI stories.
So I don't want you to spill the beans here, but give us one hint, like for example, what people might
take away.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of our South Asian community, the people who want to know more about NRIs would enjoy it, but a lot of our South Asian NRI community will be able to relate to these stories, because we all have our roller coasters, right? हर कहानी, हर जिंदगी एक कहानी सी होती है. तो किसी ना किसी कहानी में आप कहीं ना कहीं अपने आप को थोड़ा बहुत देख सकेंगे, अपने struggle को देख सकेंगे, and hopefully you'll be able to relate to it.
So now one word in the trailer is stuck to me.
Ji.
And this is the first time I heard that term.
Ji.
So I want you to explain and how it relates to. And the term is called marital virginity.
Marital virginity.
Yeah. So what is this and how this fits in the movie?
So that story is on a subject, again, I know these are bold subject stories, but this is UA rating, as in you are welcome to take your teenager kids as well, because there is not even an F word in the film. There's no nudity whatsoever. But yes, we have touched some bold subjects in the film. We've tried to convey beautiful messages through them. But talking about marital virginity, this is basically, that story is on asexuality. When I had a meeting with Netflix, they told me there has never been a film, I got to know from other people as well, there has never been a film made on asexuality subject ever before. A. B. बहुत सारी शादियां जो होती हैं ना, I hope it's okay I'm talking in
Sure,
Hindi.
yeah, absolutely.
So a lot of marriages after 10, 15, 20 years, they're sailing. There are roller coasters that are going on, right? So so we have tried to touch on that those sensitive moments and how we go through those struggles and then how we would evolve through them.
So now let us talk about the title of the movie.
Ji.
Like just having, the NRI Wives
Ji.
itself is a lot of, telling, it tells, gives an audience an idea of what the movie.
Ji. These are great stories of love versus desires. So I repeat, NRI Wives. The tagline is great stories of love versus desires. But there are beautiful messages as well, because we NRIs, we are a special breed, I feel. We are a little bit stuck in time people, as in we are very connected to our roots and values.
So now my question is, explain from the movie's perspective, love and desire. What is the difference? Is it the same thing we're talking about? They are two different things.
Two different things, right? Like love is like, for example, they say sometimes there are unmatched couples, right? Typical arranged marriage भी है. Obviously आप किसी के साथ 10 साल, 15 साल, 20 साल, 5 साल, जितने भी साल रहते हैं, आप you are in love with that person. Love is somehow habit as well, right? And love has different names, different forms, especially when you're a husband-wife. But desires, you may have desires as well. You may be attracted towards somebody else. And how do you go about it? Do you pursue your desires, or do you stick on to certain rules which marriage culture
and your film tries to answer these questions and these issues?
We're not trying to answer any questions. We're just trying to show the real life inspired stories. What struggle, how good people can show gray shades in odd life circumstances, and how ambiguity it creates sometimes. Because end of the day, nobody's perfect, and then how through these stories, we're not trying to say कि सारी NRI wives ऐसी हैं या सारे लोग ऐसे. No, these are just 4 different stories, 4 different scenarios.
It's a film. It's an entertainment as well.
Yeah, it's an entertainment indeed. We're trying to show 4 different stories कि how अगर कोई इंसान उस कहानी में ऐसा हो तो क्या कैसे रिएक्ट शायद कर सकता है, क्या उसके माइंड में आ सकता है, वो क्या सोच सकता है, and then
So let's now talk about how long is this movie?
1 hour 50 minutes.
1 hour 50
little
minutes.
over 1 hour 50. Yeah.
And talk about the actors.
Ji. So उसमें I'm big thankful to all the actors, because I was a no-name producer. मेरी एक film हमारी एक Amazon Prime पे वैसे encrypted. It's an English film, but we were learning. It's so उसमें हमने कोई Bollywood से नहीं लिया था. तो being a new producer, I'm honored and thankful to all the actors who liked the content enough that they agreed for it. So yeah, we have Raima saying, we have Bhagyashree. Who doesn't know, मैंने प्यार किया Bhagyashree, Kiku Sharda from the Kapil Sharma show, Hiten Tejwani, Samir Soni ji, Jugal Hansraj, then Aditi Govitrikar, Gaurav Gera, Sadiya Siddiqui, Sameksha Oswal, Javed Pathan. So we have about 12 actors in it. And then we have local cast as well. Yes.
So how you were able to get all these cast from India to here?
Who am I, sir? I just requested Universe. Universe made it happen.
Okay. Like practically how it happened.
So for example, to give you an example, Samir Soni sir was Samir was the first cast that we had. I'm in talent acquisition domain. My business is Job Genie. So talent acquisition hiring की सारी life की है. तो of course I had never hired artists. तो समीर सर को मैंने इंस्टा से अप्रोच किया. He never checks his Insta. I was just lucky that he checked his Insta messages, and then I approached his manager, and it just worked out. And मुझे आज भी समीर बोलते हैं कि मुझे उन्हें किसी पंडित ने बोला था, उनके पास 2 प्रोजेक्ट थे, क्यूके के और यूएस का. पंडित ने बोला यूएस जाओ. आई एम लकी सर यूएस से आ गए.
So now
प्रतेश ने मुझे इंट्रोड्यूस किया जुगल हंसराज से. तो हमारे हिंदी मंच के आई एम थैंकफुल टू आवर लॉट ऑफ आवर कम्युनिटी मेंबर्स. मतलब जितना इतनों के नाम लूं तो interview सारा उसमें चला जाएगा.
Okay, so now let's come back to the production part, the financing part. How did you finance the movie?
So initially, 70% के करीब 65-70% is my funding, but then there are a lot of people joined in and helped out. in the project because पहले हमने सोचा low budget बनाएंगे, बढ़ता गया, expenses बढ़ते गए, you know.
And what is your rollout program when the movie is going to be released? If you can talk about.
Yeah, theatrical. We're going theatrical with God's grace on Mother's Day weekend. Please, our NRI community or all South Asian community support this crazy intent project, which with God's grace, आपको आप निराश नहीं होंगे. It's I think we have made a good movie for you guys for all to enjoy. So please go in your nearest theaters, watch this film, support us so that we can bring authentic filmmaking NRI Bollywood here. And yeah, theatrical release है पहले, and then उसके बाद we're gonna go with OTT as well. But OTT की वेट मत कीजिएगा, theatrical जाइएगा. And
so how many theaters are going to release this movie?
So we are aiming about at least 300 theaters. So अभी हमारे पास overseas का हमारे पास अच्छा lock है. We're getting more attraction from overseas, as in being NRI Wives, we're getting a lot of attraction from NRI community, which is good. And India, we are still in the locking stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so also let us talk about some of the challenges you faced during making this movie. You started in 2019, just before the COVID.
Gee. So knew nothing, didn't even know what is red camera, to be honest. So so learning, of course, a lot of learning, technology learning, 8K par ki cost kya versus 4K par lights versus एक light, per day is $585 per, you know, so learning and comparing, notes around it. Then my hard drives were stuck somewhere with someone. I had to pay money to get my hard drives back.
Ransom?
I had to pay money to get my hard drives back. I had no choice. Then pandemic. Who expected? Nobody knew this pandemic is coming. Hard drives, वहाँ से वापस से काम complete हुआ. India में hard drives stuck है. We couldn't travel. Nobody could travel to India. Then of course post production was new. I had a lot of things that it was a lot of learning. मतलब कूद पड़े, पता कुछ है नहीं, and it was a lot of education in the overall making. So this project has been a lot of education for me and our team, and then more. कितने struggles गिनाऊं, कुछ बता सकते हैं, कुछ नहीं बता सकते, बस बहुत.
So now tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into the filmmaking and your background, what you do, and how long you have been here in the US.
Sure, I've been in US for 19 years. Always came to New Hampshire. My husband doesn't like to quit on. Doesn't like a change. That's why I always say he could never quit on me. He's still tolerating me. But yeah, New Hampshire we've been living for 19 years, and I've been in corporate industry all my life, in HR, talent acquisition domain. But writing has always been my engraved in me. It's a blessing that universe has blessed me with. I was a national level debate competition, winner. Hindi, English, with God's grace, teachers, and my mom's grace, I'm a good writer. So yeah.
And you're also a news anchor in India.
Yeah. That's how I started my career. I was a news anchor, reader, writer. 19-20 years ago. Gaurav Gera remembered me. I was like, thank God somebody remembered me. Anyways, point is, तो यहाँ पे सर जिंदगी नॉर्मल से चल रही थी. Like I was telling you, I really wanted to be. I was 25 years of age when I became director of recruitment in US. I moved when I was 22 years old. I'm 41 now. तो बहुत young age में
Now disclose your age as well, right?
Doesn't matter, sir. But point is, बहुत जल्दी मुझे ईश्वर ने gave me more than what I had asked for from my life. सिर्फ मेरी लाइफ का एक ही मकसद था कि मुझे माँ बनना है. That's the only area where I was struggling. I had miscarriages, fertility treatments, जो normal एक औरत की उतार चढ़ाव, किसी भी इंसान के उतार चढ़ाव जो होते हैं यहाँ पर.
So is this story there in the movie or no?
It will come in some of the other life, not in this story. Yeah.
Okay. So what are the future? Go ahead.
जी, तो मैं बात ही करना चाह रही थी. तो मेरा मकसद ये था सिर्फ कि I just wanted to be a mother. और I lost a daughter as well in the whole trail. आपने मुझसे क्वेश्चन पूछा कि फिल्म मेकिंग. जब बच्चे हो गए, मेरे 2 बेटे हैं. जब after I had my kids, I was like, oh my God, my sole calling is to bring creativity. There are a lot of creativity seekers out there amongst NRIs in US. A lot of people have talent, singing, writing, dancing, choreography, acting, you name it. And all these people cannot quit their family, financial, social, visa commitments and explore Mumbai or LA. So मुझे लगा कि ईश्वर ने मुझे नवाजा है with some talent of connecting with people, and why not to bring filmmaking, authentic filmmaking.
Yeah, because this is the first time I'm really seeing that the production from beginning to the end completed here,
Ji.
which is a great.
I don't want to show. I don't ideally. I mean, we may have some projects that we would do in India as well, but my core goal is to bring filmmaking here. Because anyways, there are million better producers sitting in India.
And also there has been some efforts by some New England states, actually New Hampshire, I remember from many years ago, that they really wanted to make New Hampshire and the New England as a, like Switzerland became for the Bollywood movies. Same way, because
is it?
The scenic is very similar here.
It's so beautiful.
So it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that this is happening here.
So yeah, again, to come back to address your question in a better way. So the goal somehow started where wish we can bring, authentic filmmaking here within the vicinity of our neighborhoods. And Shimaru became the first platform that I got signed up with we did about 17 small projects for them. And then that's how I started learning baby steps of production. Then
when was that? How long?
Those are 18 ki baat hai. 2018, yeah.
Okay.
And then 18 or 17 end में शायद शुरुआत की थी. And then फिर 19 में फिर 18 के राउंड मैंने वो जो फिल्म की इंग्लिश फिल्म की 19 में लगा.
So tell me about that English film.
It's called Encrypted.
Okay.
वो भी क्लैडियोस्कोप में हमने उसका वो भी किया था. क्लैडियोस्कोप फिल्म फेस्टिवल में we had taken it there, but then it's on Amazon Prime now.
So how long is the movie? And
1 hour.
1 hour. And what is the theme of that?
It's on Bitcoin. It's on cyber security. Yeah. Then उसके बाद इस फिल्म में there are 2 other writers who assisted me as well, because जितने भी writers को approach कर रहे थे, they were so expensive. So 2 good writers, Samira Fazal and Manisha from Malaysia, Samira Fazal from Canada, they helped me in improvising.
So how did you connect it with all these people? Did you knew them or did you know them? Or?
Universe connect karta gaya. I did not know a lot of people. Even Raj Kaushal ji, late Raj Kaushal ji, Mandira Bedi ji के husband, उन्होंने मेरे को screenplay में काफी guide help किया पहली 2 films में. I mean, जाते जाते मेरा भला कर गए,
Excellent. So now, so what is the next for you?
Next, we're working on some projects. So we have phone stories we're working on. Sunana Kachru, she has helped me in, drafting the scripts. I've written one and she's working on some. So that's one going on. Then we have a horror project that we're working on as well. All to be shot here. To be shot here, I'll tell you why. We are a better production team. I feel like we can more here because we know कौन सी चीज कहाँ $2 की मिलती है, कौन सी $200 की मिलती है, right? That's about production. That you create the right project in the right budget, in the required ideal timelines, right? And you hire you take basically $1 your money further and make a quality project overall. So yeah, being in hiring industry, I've always created ecosystems, architecture. So I felt production was very similar. In that way.
How many people were involved in the production?
Oh my God, I don't know. More than 100.
More than 100.
Way more than 100. But on our shoot day, we would always have over 40.
And production cost was less than $1 million.
Cost?
No, the cost.
Yes. So it's we try to limit being a new producer. So we try to cut the corners where we could.
I know that you will not disclose the price, but you can tell me, sir, less than 1 million or more than 1 million?
We are hoping we can sell the film for good money, right?
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
So, your last word on the movie?
Last word? Oh my God, I can never say a last word because...
on this movie?
Film made by your NRI community. Please, and the film name is NRI Wives, releasing on Mother's Day globally. The day I had lost my daughter, I want to convey a message that everybody has a roller coaster. कोई न किसी की life में tough time कुछ ना कुछ चल रहा होता है. You can convert the worst day of your life in a beautiful day as well. That's one of the message. Please come support NRI Wives because our intent is good. Our intent is to bring filmmaking so that a lot of NRIs can pursue their creative aspirations through our gang, through our projects. So please help us bring NRI Bollywood here by watching the films in theatre.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time. Really enjoyed and looking forward to see the movie and all the best for your future.